God, the Lord thy God is always upon it.
From the beginning of the year.
From the beginning of the year.
To the end of the year.
Unto the end of the year. Now, when the Bible said that the eyes of God is where? Is upon a land. What the Bible is saying is that a man that look like him is upon a land. A man that look like God is found on a land. Because there is no land that the eyes of God is upon. God looked through the eyes of gods. I say God looked through the eyes of gods. So the place we read, the Bible said the eyes of God. It wasn't really God. It was the eyes of Moses. God will actually do nothing with the earth. I said God will. No. No, there is no spirits will do nothing with the earth. The earth is totally a world of men, but spirits monitor it. So the greatest blessing a man can have on earth is what happened in Genesis chapter 126. Let us make man to be like us. Let us. Now, if you're a woman and you are trying to get married, and then you consider the value of a man, not what he has, it is because you are brilliant. The moment that God said, let us make man to be like us, in verse 28 said, let us give them dominion. You see, because there is an image that must not be subjected to lack. There is a value a man will have. God cannot separate himself from that value. If you want to get anything on it, get it. What sustains the church on earth is that Christians, through studying and meditating on the word of God, became little Christ. God will never separate himself from something that look like him. Write down your paper. When men look like God, God functions through them. Can I say it again?
Yes, sir.
I say when men look like God, God functions through them. And then in Psalm chapter 8, 4-6, God put things under them. In the book of Hebrews chapter 2, 5-11, even the world to come. The reason that man started business and the business came down is because he's not worthy yet to be rich. I said this. No, he's not worthy yet. Money doesn't go away from those who are worthy to keep it. That's on your paper. Classified intelligence empowers us to know what matters. Praying to God is not as important as being like him. You know, the highest responsibility of man with God is sharing. Yes, sharing. If you want to be close to God, you share. You don't bother him with your desire. What I say? Eh? No, you don't bother God with desire. The best of God are not those who pray. The best of God are not those who ask him things. They are not the best. The best of God are those who share burden with him. It is that category that God calls. Like what happened in Genesis chapter 3. The Bible says in the cool of the evening, Adam, he came to look for Adam because Adam was keeping his garden. Adam was the best of God at that time. God feel embarrassed when men who are nonchalant about his will and asking him for things. And that's why ministries are not going forward. Ministries are not going forward. We never go forward by those who depend on God. Ministries will go forward by those who share burden with God. valuable men who say, Lord, what do you really want? Let me do it for you. And then when you start doing it, he comes to check you. Even when you didn't call him, you will no longer call him because you're already working for him, so he's interested in you. No, but pastors doesn't know it. And they are the best, and they are the most protected. I said not only that they are the best, they are the. Now when I said what happened when the eyes of God must be upon a man before it can be upon a land. Excuse me, do you know something? Do you know why some believers are not happy? Can I tell you? They are not happy because they have stayed in the age of begging all the days of their life. When they call evangelism, like if you come into a church, you come into a church. The moment that you come there the first time, you want to be part of that church. Huh? You look at what it look like they need. If you are a child of God and the Spirit of God is with you, you will look at what look like the need of that church immediately. You will see it immediately come into that place. I say you will look like what is the need of that church. If you're a child of God, you will know it that day. If you come inside that place, you will see it. You see something that need you. And then it's not somebody that tell you that come, this need you. But the Spirit of God who makes you responsible helps you. Said, I bring you to this church. I want this thing to be done by you. Instead of asking him question on that thing he wants you to do, you keep on bringing your local need to him. Huh? And even they keep on saying, Lord, can't you see? Listen, you're telling him, he knows it already. He's making you a child. Have you not been telling her that since 5 years? Has he responded? No, excuse me. Somebody has not responded. You have been telling him that since now. Why hasn't he responded? Because that's not the way. And they don't want to. Some people don't want to know. They say, hey, this is not happening. I've been delayed. Why you're delayed? Because you're not changing the pattern. If you're praying prayer and the prayer is not answered, stop praying and ask question. Change the prayer to do for me and ask why, and then wait. If it's for now, you ask God why. For 9 to Friday, you give your answer quick. And then the answer to your prayer will be in that revelation. You say, come, you're asking me to do this, but you see, you didn't check this side. And can I tell you something? If you pray, you don't need to be a prophet. He will use the means you understand to answer you. As long as you're a man. If you say, Lord, explain this into me, he will use the means you understand. If he has given you ability to understand dreams, he will use dream. If you are intuition, he will use intuition. He can even use people. If somebody is completely a daft, but if it's to get that thing across to you, he must get it across. Somebody say yeah. So when God wants to visit a land, he converts men. That's why in Psalm 82 he says he consults with God. So that's men of the land, God in the land. He consults with them. He consults with them. He consults. I say he consults. Now when he visits a man, he visits the land. There's no place God visited. There's anytime God visited a man, he also visited an environment. The most valuable support the earth gives to men. Around and get me so I can know time. the most valuable support God gives to men. That is a new topic. Huh? The earth gives to men, yes. Every emancipated environment cares about the value of men, the values of men. Let me say it again. I say every emancipated environment cares about the values of men. If you're looking at me and you're here, you're here this evening as a mother. If you want to know your value,